Hello there. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. How are all of you? Today we're gonna continue playing some Oxygen Not Included that we started last Saturday. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling great today, so I'm not sure how much brain power I'll be able to put into the game. It does require a fair bit, so please be patient. No thoughts hit empty, and all of that stuff. But yeah, let's see where we left things off. I know I said I will do stuff off stream, and as usual, I lied about that. It's not intentional. I just whatever happens on stream, I then immediately forget about it as soon as the stream ends. So I don't think we really have that much to do here. There wasn't really that much to do off stream. I guess I could have spent some time collecting all of this stuff, but then that would have taken probably 20 cycles or something for everyone to collect all the garbage, and not garbage, but like all the stuff, all the debris, and put them in storage lockers. And that would have wasted quite a bit of oxygen and of food and stuff like that. And that's not a great idea, honestly. Oh, I completely forgot that we have this neurovacillator here. We should definitely make use of that. Yeah, let me open this up. Yeah. So I don't really understand the point of a lot of these. Like I think I get the point, kind of, but then you're never gonna really to kind of explain. Hello, Alex. Welcome. Look, we've talked about this. I am number three because there are three of us. But thank you, thank you. How are you doing, Alex? I hope you're doing well. So yeah, this is it's kind of supposed to be a puzzle. You're supposed to like follow these automation lines and these gates and try to figure out how to what the appropriate combination is for the duplicate checkpoint to open up, so our dupes can go in here. But the problem is that they're always out of energy, and it's always much easier to just deconstruct the duplicate checkpoint. I don't really understand the point of these. Uh, Gotta have high goals. Yeah, I suppose that's true. I'm not doing great, honestly, today. I'm feeling a little sick, very low energy. So I don't know how long I'll be streaming today. Uh, Also, probably not the best idea to be streaming a game as complex as this when I when I can barely think. But who knows? Maybe that'll make it more fun. Thank you, Alex. I will. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm okay. It's nothing serious. Just uh, I don't know, just a little tired. Maybe I don't know. I'll be okay. Don't worry. But thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay, let's see. What should we do first? Yeah, let's deconstruct this. Let's deconstruct this so we can get to the neurovacillator. Now I'll show you what that does. These are pretty fun. What else do we really want to do? I would like to get in here possibly, but I'm a little afraid of this polluted oxygen. It seems fine, but yeah, we don't really need to come in here yet. I think I'll focus first on rooting out, like digging out this entire marsh biome, just so we don't need to worry about all of the slime lung here. And thankfully it goes quite a ways down, so all the water will collect at the bottom. I'll try to move all of the slime in there as well. So the thing with slime is that when you destroy it, and actually I'm not sure if it's when just if you dig it up or as or when if it works whether it's a oh my god, I can't even speak. I'm sorry. So I'm not sure if slime off gases when it's a tile or only when it's debris. Like debris is like this. This is when stuff is on the ground, that's called debris. And like when it's a full tile, like it's a tile, obviously. Duh. So I'm not sure if this turns into polluted oxygen when it's a tile. Hello, Mina. Welcome, welcome, Mama. I hope you're doing well, Mina. But I don't think it off gases when it's a tile. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Off gassing means basically the mass slowly converting into polluted oxygen. But once it becomes debris, once you dig it out and it like falls on the ground and becomes debris, it starts off gassing. It starts turning into polluted oxygen, and it will be full of germs. Sorry, I don't talk too much. That's perfectly fine, Alex. I really appreciate you being here at all. Even lurks are very, very appreciated as well. Please have a wonderful workout. I hope it goes really well. So yeah, what was I even talking about? Jeez, I need to get my brain into gear. But yeah, so the point of this is that we want to dig out all of the slime, have it turn into debris. It will fall down, and we will then collect it all down here, and it will all be under this polluted water. And while it's under the polluted water, it will not off gas. It will not turn into polluted oxygen, and it will not. And since it won't turn into polluted oxygen, the oxygen above won't be infected with all these germs, these green slime lung germs. And this area will basically become perfectly habitable and even kind of sort of become a slight oxygen generation area for us. Because the polluted oxygen, we will turn that back into regular oxygen. So let's see our research. We should be, I'm not sure if we have yeah, okay, we need a little bit more to research deodorizers. And deodorizers are what turn polluted oxygen into regular oxygen. Yeah, okay. Let's dig this out first. Growth halted, yeah, okay. Let's dig this out first, and then we will go into this. There is no real current goal. I probably should have set one, but I I am not very good at this. I'm not very good at foresight. So I think a good goal for this stream might be maybe a more reliable oxygen generation. Maybe that might be a good goal. In order to do that, we would need to tap into these two, at least one of these two, and start converting this polluted water or this brine into clean water. And then the clean water we can put into a hydrolyzer. What was it called? What was it called? I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, there's a there it is. Electrolyzer, yeah, electrolyzer. We can feed the water, the clean water, into the electrolyzer, which will basically split the water molecules into oxygen and hydrogen, and that's how we will get a renewable source of oxygen. But the problem there is that oxygen will come out at 70 degrees minimum, regardless of how cold the water is going in. It will always come out at least 70 degrees. So we will need to find a way to first heat the water coming out of here, the brine or this polluted water. We need to get it above 0 degrees, because if we convert the brine into water at negative temperatures, it will just freeze into ice. It'll break all of our pipes and it'll be a mess. It'll be a real mess. So we need to heat this up to above freezing, then convert it into oxygen and hydrogen, and then cool the hydrogen back down to a reasonable temperature, so that our duplicants don't burn up from trying to breathe in 70 degree oxygen. So that might be an interesting end goal for today's stream. So let's see, who should we put in here? No, wait. Let's check out their skills. I think... Well, actually, Dr. Sushalina will be our pilot, I'm pretty sure. Let me just make sure, but yeah, she'll be our pilot. So we want our pilot to be as prepared as possible. So we will put Dr. Sushalina in here. Got a lot of work sets out for yourself. yeah, yep. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Alex. So let's have Dr. Sushalina come over here. And in the meantime, we can start digging into here. So she is currently being vacillated, or whatever the term is. Let's see what we'll get. Neurovacillation complete. Phew. Dr. Sushalina's brain is still vibrating, but they've never felt better. Dr. Sushalina acquired the sunny disposition trait. Well, that sounds like that certainly sounds like her namesake. This duplicant has an unwavering positive outlook on life. Stress minus 20% per cycle. That's actually probably the worst upgrades that we could have gotten from there, but it's still something, I guess. Basically what this can do is it can assign the duplicant that you put in here an additional positive trait. And those range from like getting less stress, as in this case, to what were other, oh my god, my brain does not work today. I think it can increase their strength. I think it can what else could it do? Increase their speed or something? Oh my god, I can't remember. Yeah, I'm working with 0.2 brain cells at the moment. I apologize. Hopefully I will get more into the swing of things as we go. But yeah, let's have Dr. Sushalina finish up her research. And then we can slowly start tapping into this place. We will want to add a copper wire going through here. Okay, research complete. And we can start putting in some deodorizers over here. Bear 0.2 pencils instead of 0. I just hope the number is trending up instead of trending down. I guess we'll see how it goes. Let's see what we should research next as well. I'm pretty sure I had an idea of what to research next, but what was it? Let me just take a quick look over here. Oh yeah, right, of course. We want the fireballs. They will let our dupes move around vertically a bit faster. So the deodorizers used to work without power. They wouldn't need electricity, but I can understand why they made it so they need a little bit of electricity. It was a little bit too easy to clear out all of the polluted oxygen on the map previously. They only required like 5 watts. It's practically nothing, even when you make like a whole bunch of them. But the fact that you need to actually set up the power infrastructure and have the wires and stuff, that in itself makes it a little bit tougher, which I think is pretty good. So what we want to do is we want to add these here, although not this one actually. We don't want to tap into here just yet. And how should we do this? Yeah, let's put a tile here and here diagonally. Basically, you can build diagonally through like a gap like this, but this gap will not actually allow any gases to go through. So this is a safe way to build inside of areas you don't want to actually tap into just yet. So we'll close this off a little bit more. And let's continue building these. Not this one just yet. And let's build the wire down here as well. Connect everything up. And we will increase the priority here. Because we really want these to be up and running as quickly as possible. So that our duplicants don't spend excessive amounts of time inside this area, inside the Jeremy area. So in fact, I will cancel this for the moment because I really want to have these deodorizers up and running first, so that all the polluted oxygen that comes out here can get swiftly converted into clean oxygen. Okay, they seem to be okay now. We can continue, I think. And let's actually assign them to dig this stuff out. So that they dig as they go down. We also want to build a ladder going, oops, not down. We want a ladder going up here, so we can actually reach all of this. There we go. And we just want to continue digging this stuff up. Oh, we're ready with the fire poles. Nice. Well, let's build one here. Actually, no, not on this side. The other side. Okay. Oh, and we really want to close this up, so let's set this to priority 7. What else did we unlock? Oh, the ladder bed. Yeah, that's a new thing for rockets. It's pretty useful. Saves up a lot of space. And let's see what our next research should be. Oh, probably let's get the electrolyzer anyway. I don't know if we'll be able to use it this stream, but let's try at least. Let's continue digging out here. Okay. And soon we will be swimming in slime lung. See, the deodorizers are already working. And see this greenish. Let me turn into gases. There we go. This greenish tile here. This is polluted oxygen. And so you see how it comes up through here, and the deodorizers fix it, but we need more. Let's build 2 more up here. Let's give them priority 7. Let's give these priority 8 for maintenance. Hello, Shukart. Welcome. How are you doing? Not great. Not gonna lie. I'm not feeling great today. Bit of head empty. Bit of headache as well. I'll be fine. It's nothing serious, but it will be a bit of a challenge playing a game that requires this much thinking when I can't think. But I think we will just focus more on relaxing today than anything. Let's build up a few more tiles here. We don't want the polluted oxygen going up here. We want to be able to clean it up as much as possible. Yeah, I'll try to not focus too much on like hitting goals or anything on today's stream. I do have an idea of what I want to do, but we'll see if we get to that. Security. Jesus. Yeah, that's the current goal. That is the goal right now. Yeah. We're heading right in. Oh wait. Why are there no wires here? We really need those wires. This place still hasn't started filling up with slime lung, but it will promptly. So gotta focus on that. How are we doing here? Well, we do have quite a bit of polluted oxygen here, but it's not too bad, I guess. But yeah, that's because of the polluted water here and the polluted dirt. At least I imagine there's probably polluted dirt here. There we go. We have polluted dirt here. Thankfully, the air pressure here is being held pretty high, so these aren't off-gassing quite as much. Oh, let's see. We have a new printable. So, let's see, strengthen machinery. Machinery is not bad. Yep, the 0.2 brain cells do need to work hard. They definitely do. And yeah, the kind of a goal is not quite as simple as I as I'm trying to make it seem. Let's see. Machinery is good. Husbandry, machinery, and medicine. So, oh, but with decreased medicine, decreased machinery. Nope, this one is out. Frankie is out. Ada. Increased consumption, air consumption rate. Nope, absolutely not. Oxygen is probably the biggest bottleneck when it comes to how many dupes you can sustain. So having a dupe who requires more oxygen is just not a good idea. They have to be like incredibly good, and I don't think any dupe is that good. You can always increase stats. Yeah, because it's not included. Yep, exactly. Where is Bubbles here? Hello, Moni. Moni. I hope. I feel like I'm saying that name different ways every time. I'm probably not, but I feel that way. Hello, Moni. Oh, so happy to see you. How are you doing? So increased excavation is good. Immune to food poisoning is. I mean, germ resistance isn't that great. These aren't bad, but they're not great either. We already have strength. Plus machinery is good, but I don't think we. So the way the base game works in vanilla, it is a good idea to have each dupe specialize in one skill, because you will probably have a lot of stuff to do on the same planet related to every single skill, apart from probably medicine and partially creativity. Um, but getting a dupe for just one skill on the expansion, which we're playing, is just not a good idea. We need dupes with more than one useful skill. So none of these are particularly useful right now. Also, we don't want shine nymphs, so we're just gonna reject everything. I keep getting it right. Okay. I will try to remember how I'm saying it. Moni. Okay. I apologize, Moni. My brain isn't working particularly well, as you can tell from the title of the stream. Please stop. Oh, okay. You can still go up there. That's okay. Whenever we're gonna check your dinner. Oh, it looks like we don't actually need this ladder here. Maybe. Yeah. We don't. We don't need this ladder. We can just dig. No. Oh my God. Why are you such an idiot? Okay. Good. Whew. And we also have some Pakus here. There are just two of them from what I can tell, but it's something. Eventually, we will want to link all of these, like this one and this one. Man, there's so much marsh on this map. Jesus. More. So there's one, two, three, four, five. Five marshes just. Oh, Jesus, that is a lot of marsh. Whew. Harsh critic for new people. You're like the Gordon Ramsay of this game. Thank you, Alex. I really appreciate that. Well, like I said, I have like 600 plus hours in this game, so if I don't know it well by now, that's that does not speak well of me. I'm definitely not like a real expert on it though. There are still a lot of things that I'm not very good at. I don't really understand too well, especially end game stuff. Like the actual end game stuff is still kind of unknown to me. I know the gist basically, but I just don't have enough practice with it. I get stuck in the mid to late game usually. Hello, Koya. Welcome. How are you doing? Hope you're having a nice day. What's everyone doing? Okay, you're cleaning the outhouse. Okay. I'm really happy about this little area here, though. This will be very useful until, wait, 22 degrees. We should be fine, I think. But yeah, this area will be very useful. We'll be getting a lot of reed fiber, and reed fiber is um, it's one of the components you need for exosuits to be able to go out into space, and not just into space, but like in really harsh conditions, like in really hot areas, for example, like We did look at the other planets we have, the other planetoids that we have here. This area here with the oil, it gets really hot, like 85, 86 degrees. If our dupes aren't wearing exosuits while they come in here, they will get very hurt, and there's a good chance that we will lose one of them, and I really don't want to have to do that. Hello, Aka, welcome. How are you doing? What happened where? I know you were streaming Oxygen Not Included last week at the same time that I was streaming it, so hopefully, hopefully this time you will be able to get like a few tips about the game, because I know you're new to it, so being new to Oxygen Not Included is just pure suffering. I remember how long it took me to even get to like just to excavate everything around and like build a couple of rooms. Doing fine. I'm glad to hear that. I'm not doing great today. I'm a little bit sick. I think I'm not feeling well, but you know, trying to relax with some Oxygen Not Included and with you guys. So I'm having a nice time. Probably about base improvements, or that you put clothes on since the last. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Hello, Stanrio. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the stretch and the hydrate. Let me do those right now. Oh, it's okay, Aka. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I don't think it's anything serious. Just I don't know. I didn't manage to get good sleep today. Not sure why. Woke up like after 7 hours of sleep, and I felt like I'd slept for like two. Oh man, my shoulders are stiff. My back is stiff. Yep. I'm definitely getting a little bit sick, but it's just a little bit. It's nothing serious. Uh, Let me hydrate. Thank you very much, Stanrio. Uh, I have a nice one. I don't actually. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit insecure about my voice. Not exactly my voice, I suppose. More like my pronunciation and stuff. I I always thought I had better pronunciation than what I've discovered that I have. Like I used to think I have very good pronunciation, but then I started streaming, and whenever I watch like even clips of myself and things, I don't feel very good about my about my pronunciation. But I appreciate that very much. Well, I guess the problem is that I thought I had like native level pronunciation, and it's definitely not that. It's definitely not native level. But the problem with that, the reason for that is that I haven't spoken English a lot since I was a kid. I used to speak a lot with, I don't know why, but my brother and I mostly spoke in English with each other. I have no idea why we started doing that, but we did, and it was one of the main things that got my English to a higher level. But then we stopped after we grew up a little bit, and I haven't really practiced speaking English in a lot of years for any extended period of time. And now that I'm streaming and I'm practicing it more, I can definitely tell that my pronunciation is not what it used to be. Uh, but thank you all of you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you think it's good. Um, my main language. Oh, see, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit like I'm a little bit paranoid about that stuff. I will freely admit. So I don't like saying where I'm from. And oh my, hello Issy, hello. Thank you so much for the raids. Welcome, welcome. Orc raid, let's go. Thank you so much for the raid, Issy. How are you doing? I hope you had a wonderful stream. Oh, and thank you, Power Oz, for the follow. Thank you so much. um, but just to answer your question, Alex, about my main language, I don't like saying where I'm from. And if I say my language, you will immediately know where I'm from because no other place in the world speaks that language. But I will say I am Eastern European. So my usual language has absolutely nothing in common with English pronunciation. It's more akin to like no, I won't give examples actually. Uh, but thank you, Alex. I really appreciate that. And Moni and everyone, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Uh, thank you, Floating Shoe, for the follow, and thank you for liking my outfit. My artist did an incredible job. She drew me so well. Let me give her actually first before I forget because I'm an absolute idiot about this stuff. First, thank you so much again for the raids, Issy. Everyone, please check out Issy. She is such a sweetheart. She is the sweetest orc you will ever meet. And also art. Oh my god, Issy's art is next level. Like I legit. I am definitely planning on commissioning something from Issy at some point. Uh, because her art is so good, and she takes commissions. So everyone, jump on that right now, please. um, but thank you so much for the compliments about my outfit and the mask and everything. Yes, absolutely, lots of love for Issy. Lots and lots of love for Issy. She deserves all of it. But also, let me shout out my artist. Though I will give a disclaimer. Looking at my outfit respectfully, I will give a disclaimer before shouting out my artist. That she does she does a lot of loot art, specifically a lot of male on male loot art. So if that's not your thing, like, just a fair warning. If it's not your thing, that's perfectly fine. I mean, it's not my thing either, but her art is just so good. Her art is just incredible. I love her art so much. Person of culture. uh, and yes, I am a wrestler. I am in fact a space luchador. Hence the mask as well. Yes. Jupes, my artist, also takes commissions, but she's been kind of swamped lately, and I think she hasn't taken any commissions in a month, or maybe even more at this point. Uh, but yeah. Please check her out. Her art is amazing. Looking respectfully. I appreciate that so much, Izzy. It's a funny story, really. I found her on I found her on Fiverr when I was looking for artists, and I kind of intentionally didn't go for like a VTuber artist. I wanted to go for an artist whose stuff I like, and just commission a model from them, which maybe wasn't the best idea because my model will be an absolute pain to rig if it's even possible at this point. Uh, but I saw her art on Fiverr and I really liked it, so I commissioned her. And then after she had finished with my model, I checked out her Twitter, and I saw saw all of the 18 plus art there. It was a little bit of a shock at first, but you know, everyone is into different stuff, and if she likes that kind of stuff, more power to her. She does an amazing job at it. Um, can I ask what your finish? Yes, my finishing move is a shooting star press. Yeah. There is actually a jacket off, like a coat off redeem. There's also a mask off redeem. They're pretty expensive, but they last for the rest of the stream. So no, jacket off. Yes, jacket, like the article of clothing. High flyers are awesome indeed, Moni. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice meeting a fellow enjoyer of wrestling. It's very rare, but it's so nice. Come on, let's. There we go. But yeah, would you be a heel or a babyface? I am a heel. I am in fact a heel. That's what it says on my Twitter, so it must be true. I mean, no one believes me that I'm a heel. That much is true. So, a wrestling themed Power Ranger. Oh, yeah, that would be pretty amazing. Oh yeah, that would be really cool. I don't know if it'll work with the suits though. I guess it could. I guess it could in a Jushin Thunder Liger kind of way. You have enough points to redeem that, Aka. Well, I mean, if you want to, the option is there. So I'm not gonna stop you. Um Oh, last stream I didn't. Last stream I didn't have my coat or my mask. Like for the past 3 streams, since people discovered that I have those redeems, I have lost my mask and coat within like the first 30 minutes of my streams. What's a heel and what's a babyface? Basically, a babyface is a good guy in wrestling, and a heel is a bad guy in wrestling. It's wrestling is kind of weird in that way that it has its own terminology. Wait, why are 3 people sleeping right now? What is happening? Cam, Abe, Sushili. Why are you sleeping at this hour? What is happening here? Yeah, okay. Sorry, let me catch up real quick. So sweet for you. I mean, look, this is kind of my off time. So I'm a heel in the ring. I'm a real bad guy in the ring. So I try to balance out my karma during streams, I guess. There's been tokusatsu wrestlers before, but was never really predominant. Oh, that's pretty cool. I know barely nothing about tokusatsu. It seems really fascinating though. I should look into it. Don't forget about dignity. What is this dignity you speak of, Shuhart? I don't think I'm familiar with that word. Who's starving? Jeez. Okay, can you please get out of here? Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch, Aka. Let me do those right now. And let's stretch. Wait, what are you? Oh my god. Please get out of here as quickly as you can. Okay. Whew, that was a little scary. You can redeem these. I really appreciate that. Not a wrestling enthusiast, by the way. Sorry if I seem. No, no, no. It's perfectly fine, Shu. It's perfectly fine. If you're at all interested in wrestling, I absolutely love talking about it. I absolutely love sharing it with people who are not familiar with it. So if you have any questions at all about wrestling, I would be thrilled to answer them. I also have a wrestling rant redeem if you're into that. I could rant about a wrestling topic. Oh, there we go. Let me just catch up to chat before I do the wrestling rant, Aka. Ray's such a sweetie. Oh no, no you, is he? No you. You're such a sweetheart, is he? Thank you so much. Aggro Ray would be interesting to see. Maybe one day. We'll see. The ghost saved 2.5k for your stream. Yeah, that is fairly popular. Yeah, people really wanted that redeem. I was very hesitant about adding it. I'm still kind of hesitant about having it, but people seem to be enjoying it, so you know, I want to make people happy. So I feel like Ray would be violent. We wouldn't even notice. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. What do I think about Japanese wrestling? That is a very good question. Let me try to fold that into my wrestling rants. What can I rant about with regards to Japanese wrestling? To answer the question though, I really like Japanese wrestling, but I don't follow it very closely. Okay, I have a topic to rant about. So the biggest Japanese wrestling promotion is called New Japan Pro Wrestling, NJPW, and they're genuinely probably one of, if not the best wrestling promotion in the world. They have incredible storytelling in their matches, and like generally their wrestlers are some of the best in the world, and their dojo, what they call it, their like system of their training system, basically the way they find new wrestlers and they train them to be wrestlers is hands down the best in the world. Like nothing comes even close. Practically all of their big stars are homegrown, meaning they have been trained from start to finish in the New Japan system, which is incredible. And a lot of those are some of the best wrestlers in the world. But the reason I don't follow New Japan is because it's actually kind of hard to keep up with them, because they don't really have like a main weekly show. They just do pay-per-views. They just do big shows, like not randomly, but like spread out throughout the year. And sometimes, and part of those shows are also tournaments, and some of these tournaments take place over like 2 weeks, and they have a show every day for 2 weeks, and every one of those shows is like 2 hours or more. So it's like you have nothing to watch from them for a month, and then they come out with like 28 hours of content in the span of 2 weeks, and it's like impossible to go through all of it. That's the reason why I have trouble keeping up with New Japan stuff, even though I absolutely love their stuff. I love their storytelling and their characters and everything, but it's kind of tough to keep up with. It's a very different system from what's in the West and from what I'm used to, where it's you have a weekly show and you have like a monthly or a bi-monthly or a tri-monthly pay-per-view, a bigger show. And it's much easier to keep up with that because it's a steady pace. It's a steady, reasonable pace of content throughout the year, instead of no content, no content. Then then they just offload hours upon hours upon hours of content on you. Smart man, happy viewer here, successful stream. I guess. That is true. That is true. I would be lying if I. It would be disingenuous of me to say that like the numbers don't matter to me. They obviously do, but they're not the priority. They're definitely not the priority. The priority is just to have fun and hang out with people and make new friends. So in that regard, I am more than happy with the numbers I'm currently getting, and I just want to make people happy. Let me try to catch up again. Poppycorn for this wrestling talk. I hope that was a decent rant. I feel like it probably required some prior knowledge to really appreciate, though. It's kind of tough when you're so into a given hobby. It's kind of tough to take a step back and realize that, oh wait, the thing I want to talk about requires like 6 layers of explanation prior to it, so people can appreciate it. Yeah, wrestling marathons, basically. Yeah, so it's they do nothing for like a month or 2 months, and then they just hit you over the head with content. Now I know a little about Japanese wrestling. Yeah. You're, like I said, if you don't need to do the random wrestling rant redeem for me to answer questions about wrestling. I would absolutely love to answer any questions you have. How different is sumo wrestling? I would say so. I have never actually sat down and watched a sumo wrestling show. I've watched like a couple of matches, but just the matches. The main difference, obviously, the main difference is that sumo wrestling is real. Like the people there actually compete. Like they're actually legitimately in competition with each other. Whereas obviously in professional wrestling, it's not real fighting. They're not trying to hurt each other. They're not like it's predetermined. I don't want to use the term fake just because it minimizes the amount of skill and the amount of risk that they put their bodies through, because it's basically a live action stunt show. And you know, stunt performers can get very, very hurt from doing stunts. So it's kind of like that. It's really, I would say it's fundamentally different from sumo wrestling. Sumo wrestling has actually become a lot less popular for like the last 20 years, while wrestling keeps rising in popularity in Japan. Yeah, that's also, I think that's also true. Yeah, that's what I've heard at least. Sumo wrestling is kind of fascinating to me, but I haven't really delved into it just yet. I will probably delve into it at some point just to figure it out, just to try to understand it a little bit better. I really stared as long as I stream. Good night, EC. Good night. Have a wonderful night, and please sleep well. Thank you again so much for the raid, and let me give you one more shout out. Everyone, please check out EC. She is so wonderful, and her art is just next level stuff, man. It is so good. And her art streams are just so chill and so relaxing, so nice to be in. You also have to go shoot. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Oh, you're absolutely more than welcome anytime, Shu. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much. Please have a wonderful rest of your day as well, or night if you're going to bed. I hope I didn't miss any messages. I'm sorry. I'm still not used to to so many people chatting at once. I really appreciate it though. Thank you for the follow, status. Status? What? Which pronunciation do you prefer? Let's see. Do we want any of these guys here? Nyctophobic? Nope, absolutely not. Decreased science? Not good. Also, just athletics? Nope. Operating in farming, allergic to fluorescent. I guess that's okay, but the decreased food morale, not good. Nope, let's go with, let's just get a snazzy suit. And let's give that to, let's give it to Yen. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Oh, we do have quite a bit of. Well, that's not too bad, I guess. But we do have some polluted oxygen here. We will have to change the layout at some point. I think I'll probably move the bathrooms up here, and move the bedrooms down here, or something like that, or maybe the other way around, just so there is a little bit of space between these, so I can put in some deodorizers to take care of all of this. See these bubbles here? That's basically this polluted dirt, which comes out of the outhouse. And this polluted water, it off gases. Basically, it slowly turns into polluted oxygen. Polluted oxygen on its own is not dangerous. It's just, I think it gives a slight mood debuff, and they basically they need to breathe more of it in order to have enough oxygen, something like that. So it's a good idea to get rid of it, but it's not exactly a high priority. It's a much higher priority over here because, as you can see, here we have quite a bit of slime lung. Oh, and that's actually really good. Oh, that's really good. We have this little buddy bud here, and the buddy buds produces fluorescent germs. Like they're technically called germs in the game, but they don't get you sick or anything. They actually give you a. I think they give you a. Yeah. Here it is. Pleasant fluorescent water overdose duplicant and brighten their day. Stress minus 5% per cycle. They basically help out with stress a little bit. There are some duplicants that are allergic to fluorescent, and that can be a bit of a problem. But for now, this is actually very good, because you can't have more than one germ type in a given tile. So this being here actually actively impedes the slime lung germs from over here and from over here. They can't actually go up here because there's already a different kind of germ up here. So instead of us having to fight off the slime lung coming up here, we just get a little bit of a really nice floral scent. Hi Meowdy, welcome. About to head off for night. Okay, that's very good. Yes, please don't stay up too late, Meowdy. I love you too, Meowdy. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest. Please sleep well. Adam Cole, baby, let's go. Hello, Sushi. Welcome, Sushi. I hope you're doing well. Flooded. What are you talking about? How is this? What? How is this flooded? Okay. Let's mop it up. I'm not sure how this is flooded, but sure. You lost. Oh, the Goliath thing. Are there no Goliaths in the game? Oh. Yes. Good night, Meowdy. Sleep well. we definitely need to talk about Rampage and about Dynamite. Those were some really good shows this week. I mean, they're great shows every week, but you know. Okay, we have a little bit more stuff here. Let me just get a drink. Drink acquired. So yeah, someone asked on the previous stream. I'm sorry. Alex was, I think it was Alex. I'm sorry. Like I said, my brain doesn't work very well today. I'm really sorry. But someone asked on the last stream how you tap into these marsh biomes, and yeah, basically this is the way you go in through the top. You make sure you have enough deodorizers coming out, and then you just build down and to the side, and you have enough deodorizers placed on every level for them to take care of the polluted oxygen and turn it into clean oxygen. As you can see, up here it's all clean oxygen. There's a little bit of polluted here and here, and here we will need to put a deodorizer probably here, but those can be fixed pretty easily. Oh, hello Ryuki, welcome. I'm so happy to see you, and thank you for the redeem. I was not aware that you've been lurking so much that you got 25k points already. Here's your redeem. Arra arra. I hope you enjoyed that. Also, just as a yeah, I can tell for you to already have to the 2500 points. I really appreciate that, Ryuki. Thank you so much. Aka, no, that is not happening. That is not a thing. I refuse. I refuse that to be a thing. Nope. Absolutely not. Nope. Okay. Building flooded again? Jeez. Okay, let's clean these up, I guess. Duties. Oh wait, no, not duties, not duties. These should be priority 8. Well, actually probably 7. Yeah, 7 is probably good. They're not critical or anything. They're not as important as like the oxygen and the outhouses and stuff. Listen, Aka, you guys bully me enough with that in my Discord. I am not allowing this to go on my streams as well, okay? Let's set the cleaning priority up here to 9, just so these guys can get to work. Thank you so much for the raid, Kobu. Hello, Kobu. How are you doing? Let me give you a quick shout out. Oh, you were playing Quake! Oh man! Oh man, I missed the Quake! Oh, jeez, I wanted to see that. Man, I love Quake so much. Such a good game. You're genuinely making me want to reinstall Quake right now. It's such an amazing game. Even though I replayed it like a few years ago, I feel the need to replay it again. To unwind, yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. I hope you're feeling better. I know you were a little frustrated earlier, and yesterday in particular, I think. I hope things are going better. Also, as long as while I'm doing this, let's give a quick shout out to Aka as well, and let's give a shout out to Shuhart as well. Who am I missing? Who am I missing here? Oh, Sushi, of course, of course, of course. We have a command specifically for Sushi. I think we have a command as well for Kobu and for Aka. I'm not sure. Volechny handles that stuff usually. I am not that good at my job. This is obviously not my job, but you know what I mean. Yeah, you guys are all so great. I love all of you so much. I really appreciate all of you. It was not your week, but you're fine now. Well, I'm glad you're fine now. I know you had some really rough spots at work as well. Hopefully things work out better. Oh, let's check out the radiation here. I haven't actually looked at that. So there is a little bit of it's safe. There's a little bit of radiation coming off the this uranium here. Oh, thank you so much for the bits, Kobu. Listen, that's not why I shouted you out and what I said. Why I said what I said. It wasn't to get you to give me money. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So I was actually so on the 12th, so 3 days ago, was my like Twitch would refresh my payments. What was it called? Like the whole payment thing. It refreshes on the 12th for me. I don't know if it's the same for everyone else, but for me it's the 12th. And I was thinking that I would be getting my first like my first Twitch paycheck, so to speak. But I was off by like $4 or something. I was below the threshold. But next month for sure. Next month for sure, I am getting my first Twitch paycheck, which feels kind of surreal. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I gotta wait a month. No, it's fine. It's fine. I genuinely don't need the money. I am. Don't feel guilty. Just say thanks. Thank you. I genuinely really appreciate it. Thank you. But just to be perfectly clear, I really genuinely I don't need the money. I really don't. I am very fortunate to have a very decently paying job, and I have a decent amount of expendable income and stuff. I don't need the money. So give it to people who are actually like trying to make a living off of Twitch and stuff. For me, it's I really appreciate it. I really do. But also I don't. Why do I make everything so complicated? I'm sorry. I would just say thank you. I really appreciate it and leave it at that. But as for waiting a month, it's fine. It's fine. It's really okay. I just got a little bit excited. It's not because of like the money, but because it's a milestone. It's a really I feel like it's a really big milestone. And I've been hitting milestones so much in these like 2.5 months since I started streaming. Like I can't believe I'm already at like, yeah, with the recent followers from this stream I'm at 157 followers. Jesus Christ. I'm I will really need to think of something interesting to do for 200 followers. I completely missed the 100 followers milestone. Completely missed the 150 as well. I'm thinking that the 200 will be a karaoke stream again, but I really want to think of something interesting to do, something more special. I probably won't be able to, but I will try to do something fun there. Oh, thank you so much, Koyo. I appreciate it so much. And oh, we don't have a Koyo command. That's I will talk to Volechny about that. Everyone, please check out Koyo as well. Koyo is a part of the reason why I even started streaming. I don't know if I've ever actually, if I've ever told you this, Koyo, but seeing you like become a VTuber and start streaming, it was kind of I had been planning to do it for a while, but I hadn't really been doing much beyond just thinking, yeah, I really want to do this. Yeah, I should do this, and not really doing anything. But seeing you do it, it was kind of the kick in the butt that I needed to actually do it myself. So thank you. I really mean it. I thank you so much. So everyone, please check out Koyo. He's such a wonderful person and such a fun streamer. Yeah, I'm sorry that I've never mentioned this. I don't know why I've never mentioned it. It just never came up, I suppose. But yeah, you were kind of the final straw, I guess, to actually get me to get off my butt and do it. Hello, Foxy. No, I'm not. No, I am not. But thank you. Yeah, you definitely have. You definitely have, Koyo. Thank you. Okay, we're not researching anything. What should we research? I think we should probably do more plumbing stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we will need these probably. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Okay, this is going pretty well, I think. We probably need to put in a few deodorizers here. Just to take care of all of this off-gassing. For me, it was always wanting to do it for a while, but lacking the capital to do it. So as soon as I did, I just went straight to it, and so far it's been definitely been worth it. Yeah, I get that, and I think you're doing I think you're doing a wonderful job, Koyo, and I genuinely I feel kind of guilty for like getting affiliate before you and stuff. I don't think I genuinely don't think I deserve it more than you do. I think you deserve it more, and it's yeah. I'm rooting for you so hard, Koyo. I'm so hard. Construction, excavation. We don't really need either of these. Husbandry, piloting, construction. No, I don't think we need I don't think we need any new dupes right now anyway. Decided everyone goes in their own space, and I don't think you have time for this. Let's try really hard to. I mean, yeah, I do. It's not like I don't try. It's definitely I definitely try, but I really don't feel like I try as hard as a lot of other people. A lot of my streamer friends try a lot harder than me, and I don't know. It's probably just imposter syndrome, but it is kind of surreal and kind of weird, and I don't always feel like like I deserve it. But this is not a sounds sus. But this is not a pity stream. I don't want it to turn into that. I'm just very grateful. I'm just very grateful for all of you, because I would not be here right now doing this and enjoying myself so much if it wasn't for all of you. Let's mop this up and mop this up as well. Cleaning. Let's set a higher priority here. For duties, let's set this to 7 as well. There we go. I'm just with not passing a straight face moment. No, don't apologize. Don't apologize at all. That was I was getting a little bit too fusy. I don't want to make people uncomfortable with that stuff. So the lightening of the relieving the pressure is very much appreciated. Yeah, well, you've been planning it for a lot longer than I have, Shuhart. So I'm very happy to I'm so happy that you're finally streaming. I know you've wanted to for so long, and it's so gratifying and so nice to know and nice to see just how well your streams are going and how genuinely how good you are at it. Thank you for the for the horror redeem, Kobu. Ora! Bro, yes. Bro, absolutely yes. Don't even try to pretend like your streams aren't amazing. And thank you for the hydrate as well. Magus moment. Give it some time. Don't worry about it. Give it some time. Oh, there's... Oh, nice. I didn't even notice the lead here. Sweet. Lead is very good. See, normally your lead is in oil biomes. I'm not sure if we'll see any here. Here it is. Okay, here's some lead down here. And what's special about it is, let me take a step back from that. So you have these ores. Like here you have some copper ore. Here you have some gold amalgam, which is again considered a metal ore. Enjoy the lurk, Foxy. Thank you so much. Um, there should be some iron. Yeah, here's some iron ore, and with ore you can build like stuff like these doors and like this rock crusher and stuff. But for the more for the later game, for the more advanced stuff, you need refined metals. And so, for example, in the rock crusher, you can turn copper ore into copper, but you turn it's like you use 100 kilograms of copper ore to turn into 50 kilograms of copper. So it's a 50% loss, which is not great. And you also have to actually go through the process of doing this. Whereas lead has no ore. Lead is just directly refined metal. You just dig this up and you already have refined metals for a bunch of applications, mostly for wiring and stuff. I really want to play this game, but I have so little free time to play more games. I feel that. I really feel that, Kobu. If you ever want to get into this game, I would absolutely love showing you the ropes. Same goes for Aka. I know she played it and didn't have a wonderful time of it, which I completely understand. I didn't have a very good time with the game when I started as well. I would genuinely recommend watching some tutorials before playing the game, really, because it's so complex and so weird and doesn't really do a very good job of explaining itself to the player, which is a definite minus for the game. That you really do need a little bit of help to get started. You want to play it and suffer all the way? Dwarf Fortress, yeah, Dwarf Fortress I think is a very good comparison. I wouldn't say it's quite as complex as Dwarf Fortress, or although on the other hand, I've barely ever played Dwarf Fortress. I've played it just a little bit, and yeah, you could compare it. I think you can definitely compare it. That's our idea. Hello, Cam. Welcome. I'm so happy to see you. I hope you're doing well. Here is your bark. Ruff, ruff, ruff. I hope you enjoyed that. But yeah, I would recommend watching a tutorial or two on perfection. No, you. Watching a tutorial or two on the game before even starting to play it, just so you have a basic idea of what you're trying to achieve, especially in the beginning. And then there are certain points in your progression through the game where you might need a bit more assistance. I was stuck at the so-called mid-game hump for probably like 50 hours or probably more. Honestly, probably more. Before I watched the tutorial how to actually get over that hump. How am I? I'm not feeling great. Honestly, I'm feeling a little bit sick today. It's not too bad, but just hard to think and a bit headachy and stuff. It's not too bad. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It's nothing serious. Thank you, Ken. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll be okay. If I can stream, I'm fine. Must the rest of the same person. Oh, that is you joke, but that is such a can of worms. That could be its own wrestling rant, honestly. The way certain companies have handled the whole pandemic situation has been beyond embarrassing. Did you have fun last night? Well, not last night. Like, I'm not sure what time it was for you, Cam. What time would it have been for you? Probably like noonish, something like that on your end. Oh, I loved it. I loved it so much. I'm sorry I had to miss the second half of it, but it was getting super late over here, and like I said, I haven't been feeling very well these past few days, so I really needed to get some sleep. But oh man, I had so much fun, and it was so gratifying after After spamming you guys so much, I don't know if I spammed you that much about it, but I definitely spammed Aki a lot about doing a collab with you, Ren, and Bunny Lord. Planning other events. Let's go. Oh, you guys are such sweethearts, and you're all so fun. It was so nice seeing you guys interact, and the whole game show thing is so much fun. I had such a blast doing it on Aki's birthday. Like if that turns into some kind of regular event, I am so there. That would be so much fun. But yeah, if you guys are planning more events, I am definitely going to try to be there if time permits, if time zones and work permit. It was also really nice seeing Bunny Lord. I've only seen her stream a few times, um, mostly when she did a collab with Aki like a few months ago, I think. Probably more than a month ago for sure. And she hasn't really been streaming since then. So it was really nice seeing her streaming again. It seems like everyone had fun, so I'm glad. I was really nervous about it. Yeah, that's understandable. That's very understandable. You barely know. Well, actually, I'm not sure how well you know Aki. Actually, I don't know how much you guys have interacted. I think you've interacted a fair bit, but you definitely probably didn't know Bunny Lord very well. But she's also a real sweetheart. Oh, you actually went and watched the VOD? I don't think any of them minded, so you're perfectly fine. And I think we can continue digging down here. Let's dig this out. Yeah, they definitely seem to enjoy it. You're perfectly fine, Cam. Don't worry about it one bit. So, see this area. This is a mechanic that I'm not a big fan of in the game. Uh, you like, I get it. I get the unknown thing, and it's cool. But the way it's implemented is not very good because, see, you can't actually go through here from the top. See, there is a hole here. There is an actual hole here, but I can't actually go down here. Like, if I try to build a ladder down here, it will just let me build this one, and it won't let me go down. The only way to actually uncover this is to go through go through this door, and that's a little bit frustrating. It's really weird why they decided to do it that way. I mean, yeah, but that's what this fog of war is for, and this fog of war gets uncovered as you just explore the map. But this thing, like, you can literally have a physical way to get in here. I could go through here, for example. I can break this stuff, and it still won't uncover this. I'm not sure if I break these and then manually make my dupes go in here, if it'll fix it, if it'll like uncover it. Might as well. Yeah, let me give that a try. Actually, let's. Oh, I can't actually dig this. Can I dig through this? Okay, I can. Let's see if we can go through here. I really don't want to go through all of this polluted water, and it's such a mess. I still have the Nesquik slogan. Oh yeah, that Nesquik slogan was ridiculous. What was it? Uh, no. I am not gonna say that on stream. I am not going to say that slogan on stream. This is not that kind of stream. Oh god, what were they thinking with that one? I know that thickness is a recent thing, so it's old. But like, what the hell? Let's build a few more deodorizers, like here, 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 and here. And connect them up so they can also start to take care of all of this polluted oxygen over here. And the more of these we have, and the more polluted oxygen we can get rid of, the cleaner germ-wise this area will become. And we could eventually just open up this side and continue exploring, continue like expanding over here. And I am not doing that. Too shy to say hi to Kobu. Kobu is such a cinnamon roll though. He's such a sweetheart. How could you ever be too shy to say hi to Kobu of all people? Yeah, we don't want these. Let's get some algae over here. Oh, let's continue the. There you go. Let's continue shouting people out. Just having a hard time with new. I get it, Cam. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. Hypothetical. Hello, Majesty. Welcome. Thank you for the wrestling rant. Hypothetical question: if you were to challenge for a belt, would you like for it to be gold, rose gold, white gold, or all three? Definitely not for something I made. That is a very interesting question. That is a very interesting implication to the question that you're asking as well. Color me very, very intrigued. Huh. Gold, rose gold, or white gold? I think all three would be really good. I think all three would look really cool together. Yeah. I'm gonna say all three. I think all three of them are really, really good together. Maybe the rose gold would look best as a highlight rather than a main color, but that really depends on the person. Like that's just my take on it. Mostly because I don't have any pink on in my design, so having a pink belt would clash with my colors. Thank God you don't have clips on shoutouts. Let people. Yeah, I really appreciate clips on shoutouts, but whenever people shout me out and they have clips enabled, every time it's like Russian roulette for me. Either I'll get a clip that will make me cringe a little bit, or I will get a clip that will make me instantly regret every decision I've ever made. I usually don't even say hi when I'm watching people I know like Sushi or Rocky because I'm too. Oh, Kobu. I know for a fact. I know for a fact that they would love to hear from you. Like, if you're not comfortable saying hi, that is absolutely perfectly fine. Please never feel pressure. And I'm not just talking about you, Kobo, but I'm talking about anyone currently lurking in the stream. Please don't ever feel pressure to chat. You absolutely don't have to. I would love to hear from all of you, but if you're not comfortable with it, please, that is perfectly fine. I never want to make people feel like they have to do anything they don't want to do. But I know for a fact, Kobu, that Sushi and Aki would absolutely love to hear from you in their streams. Aki just gave you a new hashtag, Cam. What's the new hashtag? Spill it. Thank you for no, thank you for stopping in, Majesty, and giving me that question. Wait, yeah, I haven't given you your wrestling rant. Give me a second to think of a subject while I catch up to chat. Thank you for the redeem, Foxy. Okay, the coat is coming off. There you go. Coat off. Yes, lurking is very much caring. Lurking is super appreciated. Can I get inside here? Cam quick. Oh jeez. Okay, that is quite the that is quite the hashtag. Yeah. And hello, find a key. Find any key. Welcome. My natural instinct is to lurk, therefore I must. Listen, you are perfectly fine lurking. Like I said, I don't want anyone to feel like they have to chat, but I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone currently lurking, because Twitch says there are 16 people. There are not 16 people chatting, so that means there are people lurking. And thank you so much, all of you who are lurking, all of you who are chatting as well, but all of you who are lurking are just as valuable. Thank you so much. That was a rant, just that question. I mean, if you're sure, Majesty, but if you want me to rant, just say the word. You don't need to redeem it again, because I would have answered that question regardless of the redeem. Right. Speaking of lurking, I have to cause I have D&D. Ooh, D&D. Let's go. Have fun, Cam. Have fun with D&D. And thank you so much for the lurk as well. Love you too, Cam. Don't think anyone will get the reference. I don't have time, and I must. I get the reference. I've even actually read the short story. It's very good. It's a very good short story. For everyone wondering, we're talking. At least I'm pretty sure that's what you're referencing, Kobo. You're talking about I have no mouth and I must scream, right? It's a really good short story. It's been a while since I read it, so I don't remember it too well. But yeah, it's a really good story. Cross D&D with only roll D20 to see how much poo you get. Yeah, that sounds right. That definitely sounds right. Oh, I love you too, Kobu. What, do people really not know that? I figured, I always thought that I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is a very popular like sci-fi short story. I figured a lot of people knew it. You only know it through the video game. I've never played the video game. I have heard some pretty good things about it, though. It's not as common as you might imagine. I see. Huh. I don't know. Maybe because I'm more in. I'm like I like sci-fi. Maybe that's why I know it. I know that stuff related to it has been referenced in a lot of sci-fi shows and things. And like Harlan Ellison, I think was his name. I think he's written for a few sci-fi shows as well. I can't remember if he's done anything for Star Trek. I think he has. Foxy, no. That is not a thing. That no. please don't try to make that a thing. No, I refuse. But thank you, I appreciate it. I mean, sci-fi short stories are a bit niche in themselves. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. They are. I mean, yeah. Hashtag facts. No. I've heard of it too, but haven't read it yet. I would really, I think you would really enjoy it, Shuhart. I think it will be up your alley. It's a super interesting and unique premise, and the whole concept is just really interesting, and the execution is like, oh man, it is rough. It is rough. Don't know how faithful it is to the source. I think it's not like, I don't think it's an adaptation. I don't think it retells the story. I think it kind of expands on it, kind of. Since the original story is pretty short. It is pretty short. You can't really make a whole game out of it. Seen several libraries close down the entire sci-fi section and just replace it with young adult like Twilight. Oh, that's a shame. I mean, there is definitely a place for young adult. I think there's a lot of good young adult stuff, but yeah, sci-fi losing relevance is kind of it's a shame. It's a real shame, especially with how sci-fi has changed in like the past even 20 years, I guess, since Star Trek has went off the air. Even as far back as like Star Trek Enterprise, it's gotten a lot more like dark and gritty, and I'm not a big fan. I miss classic Star Trek so much. Let me try to catch up again. I'm sorry. Fun fact: the writer voiced AM in the game. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that Ellison voiced it himself. That's really cool. It's gonna be a thing. No, please, Foxy, no. Is the one and only Helix. Hello, Aki. Welcome. I'm so happy to see you. How are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. The bunny collab yesterday was so good. I had so much fun watching you guys. I still need to watch the second half when you played Gardic Phone. I'm sure that probably would have made my lungs hurt from laughing again, because that's what happened when we played it. I know what it's about though, so I don't know how to interpret you telling me it'll be right up my alley. Sorry about that. I know you enjoy dystopian sci-fi writing, so that's kind of, I would say that story is like peak that genre. You really can't get much more dystopian than I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. You can request a song. Well, I would recommend holding on to those points when my voice is a little bit better, because I'm feeling a little bit sick today, so I don't think my performance will be amazing. But if you want to redeem a song, that is absolutely your prerogative. I will definitely do that for you. uh, no, Foxy, no, please, no. The writer worked on the game. The only part he didn't like is the good ending because he was forced to do it. I know very little about Harlan Ellison as a person, but that sounds so much like Harlan Ellison that's that is just hilarious. Everything I've ever heard about him is that he is like the grumpiest guy you could ever meet. Let's see. In the game, you control 3 or 4 characters that go through strange trials cooked up by AM. Yeah. So it's more of an expansion on the story. On the original, it's not really an adaptation. The last Star Trek show was Orville. There's not been any other any other Star Trek shows. Oh, find any key. We will get along famously, you and I. We will get along so well. I really need to catch up to the Orville. I haven't been keeping up. I haven't been keeping up in like 2 years. Jesus Christ, I completely forgot about that show. Oh, I am so I am so catching up to that show. That was such a good show. I think it still is. I think it's still going on. I hope it's still going on. It better be. It's the only, like you said, it's the only Star Trek we've had since like Enterprise, I guess. Even though I am loath to acknowledge Enterprise's existence. I love that. We just played one game because we all had things to do, so we missed like 20, 30 minutes. Oh, I see. Well, still, I really need to catch up on that for sure. You must be catching a cold with all the exposed deadliness. yeah. Us wrestlers are at a very high risk of catching colds due to always being shirtless. I'm just glad it was enjoyable. Of course it was. Of course it was enjoyable. Did you genuinely? Are you genuinely surprised that it was enjoyable? You put a couple of sweethearts like the 4 of you in the same room, and you expect it not to be enjoyable. I thought you Yep. Listen, Foxy. No. No. It's not. Look, it's not catching on. So no, might as well cut your losses. No, you don't. That's fine. I would definitely recommend seeking out I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. It's a very interesting and very unique story. It is somewhat marred by knowing what a colossal asshole Carlo Nelson is. But the dude can write. You know, he can definitely write. Silly shenanigans. I've been so there's this so okay, let me try to give some context before I start speaking again. I used to really enjoy watching internet reviewers, like, you know the type, Nostalgia Critic and stuff like that. Like, obviously I obviously don't watch that stuff anymore, but I used to really enjoy watching that stuff. And there has actually been one reviewer from back then that I still really enjoy, and he's called SF Debris. Debris as in like wreck, like ruins. And he mainly does Star Trek reviews. Like he reviews episodes of Star Trek and like movies and stuff like that. He's branched out a lot over the years into even doing some anime, even though he's obviously not like an anime guy. But his reviews, I've been catching up to his reviews because I hadn't watched him in like a few years. But I've been catching up recently, and man, I feel like watching Star Trek again. He really reminds me of just how much I enjoyed those shows. Especially Deep Space Nine. Like, oh my god, Deep Space Nine is such a good show. It's kind of ridiculous how good that show is. Let's see. Hatchling eggs, rust, immune to food poisoning, increased. Okay, that's cool. Decreased germ resistance. Who cares about that? We will need some husbandry at some point, and machinery is also good. I guess we could get Nisbeth. Nisbet. It's not Nisbeth. It's Nisbet. Okay. Uh, hmm. Let me hold off on that for a little bit. I want to be careful with getting new dupes for like because of oxygen generation and food and stuff. We have enough food here for our 4 dupes, but we will need to establish more farms. We don't need that dupe right now. We can hold off. I know much smarter people than myself, Foxy, but thank you. I appreciate it. Although DS9 did start the idea of Star Trek taking story plots from other media, the whole Babylon 5 copy. See, I've never actually watched Babylon 5. I should. I definitely should. I have heard some people say that they've copied Babylon 5, but from what I understand, it's not like direct copying. It's not like taking story points and stuff like that from it. It's more the concept of a star base of a stationary star like space show, I guess. From what I understand, also the whole Dominion war thing. I think in Babylon 5 there's also like a big a big war thing there. I definitely should watch Babylon 5 at some point. But honestly, my favorite things about DS9 are more the characters and the writing, because the characters in DS9 are just so good and so fleshed out. Cisco is absolutely my favorite captain, even though like I love Picard, I absolutely love Picard, but Cisco is just on another level when it comes to the writing and to the depth of the character. Story points, some character names even really like what storylines. They both divert soon after the start. Oh, I see. So it kind of took some things at the beginning and then did its own thing. I see. But taking actual character names, that's ballsy. Definitely not happy to hear that. I would say that I probably would have enjoyed TNG, the Next Generation, the show with just for people who aren't like Trekkies, the show with Jean-Luc Picard, uh, Patrick Stewart as the captain. I would have enjoyed that show more probably if it wasn't so uneven in its quality. Like when it's good, it is incredible. It's some of the best television ever produced, in my opinion. But when it's bad, it is so bad. There are some horrible episodes, and like just to get into it, just to start enjoying the show, you have to go through an absolute slog of in the first two seasons. The first two seasons are so hard to watch. Like I wanted to give up on that show so many times just watching the first 2 seasons. After that, it picks up and it's great. There are still like the odd bad episode, but oh my god, the first 2 seasons, especially the first season. The first season is so rough. I only noticed when I was watching both again near the same time. What character names did they take? I'm very curious about this. Because as much as I don't want to find out bad things about one of my favorite shows, I also really don't want to be enjoying a show for the wrong reasons, I guess. I've totally missed Star Trek and been trying to catch up through Netflix. I've heard exactly what you said about TNG. Yep, yeah. So, like, my recommendation is if you want to watch Star Trek, I would definitely go through the first two seasons of TNG. But I also would completely understand if you don't want to, because oh, you have been enjoying first season so far. Okay, that's excellent. That's great. I'm very happy to hear that. Please keep me informed about this progress. I'm very interested in this. I absolutely love it when people get into stuff that I that I love so much. Like, obviously, like, why am I even saying that? Obviously I do, but I'm very curious to know what you think about it. It's not always amazing, but it's fine. Yeah. Well, if you think it's fine, then I think you will really enjoy it later on. Like, after the second season, third season is really good. It's the show finds its footing. The show finally starts to cut out a lot of the weird and, I guess, how do I explain this? So with the first two seasons, they had a lot of old scripts lying around from incomplete um, incomplete episodes of the original series, and also they really didn't know what exactly they were doing. Meaning, they knew they wanted to make a new Star Trek. I'm sorry. They knew they wanted to make a new Star Trek show, and they knew they wanted it to have its own identity, but they had no idea what that identity was. So while they were making it and trying to figure out what the identity they were going for was, they just tried to copy TOS and failed pretty badly at it, I'd say. But after the second season, they really do find their footing, and they come into their own, and that's when it gets really good. Easiest name to find that's in both shows is Ducat. Really? That is really interesting. I never would have expected. Like, I can understand taking concepts and taking, like, general plot points, but taking entire names, that's next level, man. Still, I don't know just how deep the plagiarism goes. I really dislike plagiarism, but the final product is very good. The final product is amazing, but if it's like a copy of something else, then that does diminish it somewhat. I should also mention I haven't actually seen the original series. I couldn't get myself to watch it. I tried, but it's just, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to get into it in current year. DS9 wanted scripts. They saw the script to become Babylon 5. They rejected it and wrote their own when they had a copy of Babylon 5 right next to them. I see. Yeah, I see. Hopefully that, as you said, that's just the first season. Because honestly, even though DS9's first season is a lot better um, than TNG's, it's still not that good. It's good, but it's not that good. DS9 gets so much better later on. Yeah, the OG. I really want to get myself to watch it at some point, but it's rough. It's really rough. We've nearly cored this whole area out. I think we can tap into the. Should we? Harvest ready. Why are you like this? Body temperature's good, I think. Yeah. Not sure why it looks like it's not growing when it's obviously growing. Ooh. Oops. Oh, nice. Okay, regenerating health. That's very good. The stories of OG are very fun, very Twilight Zone like. Yeah, that is from what little I've watched of it. That is very true. Yeah, it is very Twilight Zone-ish, Twilight Zone and like the Outer Limits, stuff like that. There is a lot more like vaguely supernatural stuff in the original series. I know it's explained through like technology and whatever, but it's a lot of it is just straight up supernatural stuff, which I don't know. It's weird to say that it doesn't belong in Star Trek, given that that is the original Star Trek. So you can't really say it doesn't belong in the original of Star Trek, but it doesn't mesh very well with later Star Trek. And my experience with Star Trek is TNG, DS9, and Voyager mostly. I never finished watching Enterprise. I just couldn't. It was rough. Enterprise is very rough. But TOS doesn't mesh very well with the style of sci-fi that TNG, DS9, and Voyager have. Still much better than STD, copying Spore Drive, and Giant Space Tardigrade. Oh my god! Don't get me started on that. Just don't get me started on that. I despise. Listen. I try to be as positive as I can be on this channel. Like you guys know, I always try to be as positive as I possibly can, and I hate being negative about stuff, and I hate. I really don't want to get people to not like something that they like. I don't want to convince people to stop liking things. But if there is a single show on this planet that I despise with a passion, it is Star Trek Discovery. Oh, thank you, Aki. No, you. I love you too, Aki. Let me just catch up. There are different types of content, even if they are on the same front. Yeah, exactly. But STD is an STD. Discovery is not actually the latest. The latest would be Picard, and no, actually, you know what? I hate Picard more than I hate Discovery. I hate both of them almost equally, but I can never forgive Picard, Star Trek Picard, for what it did to the character of Picard. It was character assassination of the highest order. They turned the like oh god, I I am trying not to get into this. I am trying not to do a very, very salty rant right now. You know what? I can afford a salty rant every once in a while. But okay, so how do I even begin with this? I think highest order character assassin was what they did to Luke. And find any key. We will get along famously. Yeah, I agree. But actually, I think they're very comparable. I think they're very, very comparable. I think the character assassination that Luke Skywalker went through in the new Star Trek is very, very similar to the character assassination of Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek Picard. They're taking these iconic, legendary characters that people have grown up with, that people adore, to like that people have been inspired by and have had their lives changed by, and they're turning them into a caricature of what they used to stand for. They're turning them into ineffectual, salty, useless old men that are just, they're treated like they're worthless, and like they don't mean anything anymore, and like they're just this product of a bygone generation that needs to be fixed in some way. And it is so frustrating to watch. Like with Luke Skywalker, at least Mark Hamill understands what was done there, and he's been pretty blatantly against the treatment that Luke Skywalker received in The Last Jedi. But with Jean-Luc Picard, it's so frustrating and so discouraging to see Patrick Stewart, of all people, completely miss the point of the character that he portrayed for 7 years on TV, and like be fine with the way that he's been presented as this senile, out of touch, useless old man who can barely do anything effectively. They use the character because it's there, not because they understand him. Yeah. Well, it would be one thing if they just didn't understand the characters. That would be one thing. Like if they're just not fans and they don't get it and they just do stupid stuff with the character that doesn't make sense, that's fine. But they're actively trying to damage the characters. They're actively trying to undermine everything that these characters have ever stood for. Like in the example of Luke, in the example of Luke Skywalker, in the original trilogy, Luke Skywalker is such an optimist. He's such a believer in good that he literally managed to convert Space Hitler, because that's who Darth Vader is. He's basically Space Hitler, and Luke Skywalker is such a believer in the good in people that he managed to reach him, a mass murderer of like 20 years, a horrible, horrendous, completely reprehensible person, and he managed to reach him through relentless optimism. And then you take that character and you genuinely try to and you try to tell me that character would later even like for a moment consider murdering his own nephew because he felt something dark in him? Are you kidding me? Like, is that a joke? How could anyone look at that and ever think that's okay? And ever think that makes any kind of sense? You're taking the biggest optimist in one of the biggest optimists in all of fiction, and you're turning him into this salty, useless old man who is just bitter at everything. It's to say it doesn't make sense is an understatement, and it's undermining just how badly they missed the point. Oh man, I'm sorry. I really don't want to be the salty old man. But oh my god, it's so frustrating. It's all part of the retro wave. And And the thing they do with Jean-Luc Picard is pretty much the same thing. It's like Jean-Luc was one of the best pilots when he was before becoming captain. He was an amazing helmsman. And then Star Trek Picard comes in, and oh, there's a scene where we need to pilot the starship. And Jean-Luc tries to pilot it, and then he realizes, oh, wait, I don't know what I'm doing. Get out of here with that. What do you mean you don't know what you're doing? Have these people even watched a single episode of Star Trek? What? Oh, geez, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Me being a little bit sick and this is not a very good combination. But I don't know. Maybe you guys are entertained by my saltiness. The games and comics treated Luke with the respect and understanding he deserved, though. That's why he became a gray Jedi. Yeah. Yeah, I can totally buy Luke becoming a gray Jedi. I can totally buy Luke losing a little bit of his optimism. I can buy that. I can get that. I can get behind him, like having a few bad experiences in his life and becoming a little bit cynical. I can understand that. But to become the polar opposite of what he was, no, he's not the polar opposite of what he does. He cannot be the polar opposite of what he does, of what he was. Optimus young person growing up to be a jaded old person sounds like an amazing plot, but to do it right, you need at least a movie or like a pretty hefty B plot somewhere to get it shown right. Yeah, so I would be fine if there was like a series of movies that show Luke's descent into bitterness, I guess. I would be fine with that. I mean, I wouldn't like it on like a conceptual basis. I don't think it's a good idea to take a character that is beloved so much and who is famous specifically with his optimism and try to twist him into not being an optimist. But it would be a hell of a lot better than just suddenly showing him like 30 years later being a salty, ineffectual old man. It's just a movie. I know. I'm sorry. I just take I take my entertainment very seriously. Sad, tragic, but amazing done right. Yeah, that is true. That is very true. But I would still say that doing it to an established character whose entire existence is like I'm blanking on the word I'm looking for who being an optimist is a core part of who they are. I would still think it's not a good idea. It's a better one. It's definitely a better idea to show his descent than to just show him after he's descended. But the thing is, they still didn't do it correctly because the reason he becomes so jaded is really, really dumb. It really, really doesn't make any sense. Because the reason he became jaded is that he felt something dark in his nephew, so he decided to go into his nephew's room at night to murder him, even though he said, oh, like it was a moment of weakness. Yeah, it was a moment of weakness where you actually entered your nephew's room while he was sleeping and pulled out your lightsaber. Yeah, that's a moment of weakness, sure. And it's like his descent is supposedly after that because he didn't kill him and Kylo like murdered all the rest of his students and stuff. Like, yeah. What did you expect would happen? Did you expect something good would happen from you entering his room with your lightsaber and thinking about murdering him? Like, oh jeez, I'm sorry. I will try to end the topic now. If they would have shown Luke with pain and regret because of his father and then spiral into madness, it would have made much more sense. Yeah, if they had shown Luke like being haunted by the fact that he couldn't really save his father, that he managed to redeem his father only to lose him. Yeah, I can get that. I can that sounds like an incredible basis for a story. Like imagine Luke Skywalker after redeeming Darth Vader, after finally getting his father back, after finally getting his father to realize the good in him, only to have his father die in his arms. That's bound to mess with you. Like that can definitely cause some major trauma. But but they didn't go the interesting route. They didn't go the the route that makes sense and has a ton of dramatic potential. No, they went the route of, oh, he's just salty and useless now. No, I'm fine. Actually, don't worry. I just I take stories very seriously. Like I think stories are very important and can be incredibly impactful on people simply because they have been for me. Like several stories in my life have drastically changed my life. Like they have changed the way I see things, the way I see myself, the way I do things, the way how I look at my own actions. And I think stories have an incredibly important role to play in the development of people. And to see stories that have had such an amazing effect on people in the past, stories that have like literally saved people's lives, like quite literally saved people's lives, to see them disrespected in this way, and not just disrespected, but actively undermine the message, actively try to discredit all the good those stories have done, that's not right. That is something I have a huge problem with. It's just yeah, no, look, the fact that I take these things so seriously does not mean that everyone should. If you don't care about this stuff, that is perfectly fine. That is entirely up to you. You're probably living a better life than I am. You're certainly living a less salty life than I am if you don't care about that stuff. But I do. I really do. I care about stories so much. And seeing important stories like this undermines does not sit well with me. I'm going to make a guess. They went from what would be a major twist and then bent everything to reach that rather than organically working through the character's thoughts and where they'd lead him. Yeah, I'm quite certain that's the case. It got better when I met you guys. I'm really happy to hear that, Foxy. I'm really happy to hear that. The problem is that to understand a character, you must understand why they do things. Yep, yeah. You need to actually, the character needs to feel like a person. They need to be consistent, first of all. If a character is not consistent, then you can't really know them because there's nothing to know. Hello, Mina, welcome. As for the Star Wars movies, the sequels, the biggest problem, the biggest mistake that the studio made when making them is that they had no plan. They decided we're gonna make a new trilogy, and they did not sit down and write out an actual plan for the trilogy. They had absolutely no idea where they're going. What they did was, and trust me, it was hard for me to wrap my head around this, and I didn't believe that was the case at first. But after I watched a lot of stuff about this, a lot of interviews, a lot of documentaries and stuff about this. But what they did was they just took every director they hired the directors first before laying down any kind of plan, And then they just said, well, you're the director for the next movie to J.J. Abrams, like for episode 7. And they just told him, write and direct a good movie for us. They gave him zero planning. They didn't tell him anything about what they wanted. They just let him do whatever he felt like doing. And then, after his movie came out, the next director, Ryan Johnson, so JJ tried to talk to him. He tried to explain to him what ideas he had, what he wanted to achieve with the new trilogy. He told him what his plans were for certain characters, what some of the mysteries that were laid out were supposed to be, and where he saw the character arcs going and stuff like that. And Ryan Johnson just said "K" and threw the entire thing out the window and decided to just do whatever he felt like. And the studio did not step in. They did not tell him, no, wait, you actually have to sit down and talk to JJ and figure something out. No, they just told him, do whatever, doesn't matter. And so all of the setup, all of the mysteries, all of the questions that we had after episode 7, Ryan just said, who cares? Oh, geez. Oh, that's not good. Okay. At least you got oxygen here. How's your bladder? Your bladder's okay. Okay. But yeah, they just let them do whatever they wanted, and it doesn't matter. And then the third movie's director was supposed to be Colin Trevorrow, who did Jurassic World, I think. And okay, we're fine. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, sorry. Oh, claims another victim. Yeah. Basically, yeah. I'm saying a lot of words for something that is actually quite simple. They had no plan, and they just let the directors do whatever they wanted, and that obviously does not make for a cohesive story, which is not good. Shocker, I know. Let's see. Sorry, let me catch up the chat again. They did tell him what they wanted. They wanted more movies to make. yeah, exactly. And yeah, we're talking about about Star Wars, Mina. But it's just really the part that really confuses me, honestly, is because Disney owns Marvel, and Marvel's entire thing is like the MCU. The entire thing there is that it's all planned. You have one person at the helm who coordinates everything, who has final say on every decision. And yeah, he gives a lot of freedom to his directors, but he always gives them a framework within which to work. They always have limitations. They always have a plan for where the characters should be at the end of the movie. And it's just kind of shocking that the same company, the same parent company in Disney, would completely ignore the massive success of the MCU and decide to not reuse the winning formula and decide to not have a single person at the helm making all the decisions or having final say on all the decisions. Whatever you think about the MCU, personally, I'm a big fan of the MCU. But even if you don't like the MCU, it is undeniably massively successful. So if what they wanted was success, then just follow the same formula. It's not that hard of a decision. That's so much for the franchise. Yeah, it's think corporate. Well, that's just the thing. It's Disney. They own Marvel, so they were there. They knew how to get a successful franchise. They had the formula. They had the blueprint in their offices, and they just ignored it. What does it mean? What's up? Uh, I guess it's kind of it, it it shouldn't feel this way. I don't like that it feels this way to me, but on the other hand, it is pretty gratifying. It's gratifying to know that their dumb decisions are biting them in the behind, because Star Wars, they killed that franchise. They absolutely killed Star Wars as a franchise. They had so many plans for so many projects in the Star Wars universe, so many movies in pre-production and planning and stuff. And because of their frankly idiotic decisions, that's gone. They can't do those things anymore because they won't be profitable, because the franchise is fractured. It's completely broken. Yeah, I would kind of agree with that. I think, yeah, that was the first strike. That was definitely the first strike. No, I love you too, Mina. Thank you so much for being here. um, I would, yeah, I completely agree, Cole, that was the first strike. I think that you can make the expanded universe not canon. You can. It's not a good idea, because um, that has been one of the major pillars that has been holding up the entire franchise in people's consciousness, and that's where all of your hardcore fans are. The fans who will actually go out and buy all of the figures and all the posters and all the whatevers. So you don't want to alienate the hardcore audience, but then you don't just alienate the hardcore audience. You make sure the casual audience gets insulted as well. Reboots. Well, that's kind of the thing with Star Wars. I'm not sure Star Wars can be rebooted. I really not sure it can be rebooted. Just because it's so big, it's so massive, and it has so much canon, so many characters, everything is there's so much to it. You can't really reboot it. What you can do, and what they're obviously trying to do right now, is they're trying to move into an unexplored time frame within the Star Wars universe. They're doing something called the High Republic, which is not the Old Republic, but it's kind of the Old Republic, but it's not the same time frame as the Old Republic. And they're basically they're kind of trying to reboot it in that way. So yes, a soft reboot like that, it could work, but if you mess that up, which they probably will, and they really haven't given me much reason to think they won't continue messing it up. Uh, it's I genuinely think Star Wars is probably a dead franchise at this point. It's so sad to think about, but it is what it is. Like, as bad as and yeah, it is like rebooting Lord of the Rings. That's very true. Which I suppose they kind of are doing with the new Netflix. Netflix, was it Netflix? I don't remember which streaming services it was for, but they're making a new like uh, a new TV show retelling Lord of the Rings. Doesn't matter now because it's over. No more movies. Well, I'm sure they'll try again. I'm definitely sure they'll try again, especially with the success of The Mandalorian. People really love that show. I personally think it's fine. I don't think it's anything special, but I guess for Star Wars fans, it's like it's the best thing that's come out in a very, very, very long time. So they gotta take what they can. Star Trek dead, Star Wars dead. Yep, yep. Well, at least with Star Trek, at least we have the Orville. Like, it's not Star Trek technically, but it's the spirit of Star Trek. And at least last I saw, it was getting pretty decent ratings. I really hope I'm not putting my foot in my mouth right now, and I really hope it's not, like, cancelled. Man, I would hate it if it's cancelled. At least until it's not profitable anymore and Lucas buys it back. You know, that is probably the one thing, the one thing that could conceivably, maybe, possibly happen at some point. That Lucas steps in and just announces, no, the sequel trilogy is not canon. The expanded universe is canon. We're doing a new sequel trilogy. I really doubt that will happen. I would be frankly shocked if that happens. But I guess it's the closest thing to anything feasible, anything conceivably possible. Let me catch up again. They better not touch my Stargate. I never actually watched any of the Stargate shows. I've heard really, really good things about some of them. I probably really should watch some of them. If we're talking about movies, there's no more movies. Well, for now, there are no more movies. But I'm sure they'll try again in a couple of years. Fine for modern Star Wars is like an exactly my point. You can put your you can put your foot in my... Oh, thank you for the mask redeem, Mina. That's all your points. Well, here you go, Mina. There we go. This is okay. 4 streams in a row now. I have been unmasked and stripped of my coat. Yep, no mask. It's a relatively new redeem. But yeah, this is my 4th stream in a row where I have been unmasked. The storyline is done and they say they aren't making any more Star Wars movies. Yeah, I mean, I could be remembering wrong. You could be I could be wrong on this. But from what I remember, they're saying that everything is on hiatus, not straight canceled. And I don't trust Disney. I don't trust that they say, "Oh, we'll not make any more movies." And I am absolutely certain that they will make more movies. Probably not very soon, but I am absolutely certain that they will make more movies. Probably they'll probably start with more like side stories. I'm pretty sure I heard that the Disney is in talks with Lucas to make the sequels not canon, make new. I would be shocked if that's the case. I would genuinely be shocked if that's the case. I would be pleasantly surprised. I would be very pleasantly surprised but I would be shocked if that's the case. Simply because there are somehow there are people who actually really enjoy the sequel trilogy, and like I said before, and I will always say this, I never want to take anything that people enjoy away from them. I never want to convince anyone to stop enjoying something that they enjoy. If you enjoyed the sequel trilogy, that's great, that's awesome. Please continue enjoying it. But like I said, there are people who enjoy the sequel trilogy, and if Disney announces that the sequel trilogy is non-canon, I feel like that will just fracture the fan base even more. Yes, of course. Here is your bark. Ruff, ruff, ruff. I hope you enjoyed. Is that supposed to be a big deal? Yeah. If it is a big. I'm sorry for a moment there. I was confused what you're referring to. It is a big deal. My luchador friends are not happy with me removing my mask. They're not happy with me. I have lost a lot of luchador cred. Not gonna lie. uh, looks at Mark ready to lose some dignity. What's next? Shaving? I mean, what? I'm not gonna shave my head if that's what you're implying. At least, I mean, I might, I might, I might to in my double heel turn. I might. If they make another Star Wars movies, it won't be the same and will probably be hell different. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It will definitely be very different, and I'm sure that it will. I'm sure that whatever movies they make will probably not be. Well, they will not continue the main line continuity. I mean, they won't continue the main movies. It won't be episode 10. I don't think they will make an episode 10 within the next 20 years. I really don't. Um, they'll probably make like a different, either a different story, a different saga, or just stick to one-off movies. Weak. So much sacrifice for the fans. Yep, yep, absolutely. Wait a second. No sacrifice for the fans. I'm a heel. No sacrifices for the fans. I have no fans. I'm a heel. Masks is a very important part of the luchador. It's so important that if they get unmasked in a fight, usually they stop wrestling due to the humiliation. They lose their identity, their honor, and their dignity. Yep. I mean, I don't think I have any dignity left after all of the barks and all of, and everything else. But, you know. I just said yes. I'm sorry, like I said, brain no worky today. What did I say yes to? Foxy, no. That's not no. Thank you, but no. Yeah, I keep forgetting that I'm actually playing a game. I'm really sorry for everyone who came in for like for Oxygen not included content, and instead you're just getting a one man rant along about Star Trek and Star Wars. So much that. No, I have not said it. No. Well, thank you. I really hope I'm not like alienating people with this stuff, but I want my channel to be as genuine as possible. Rant very included. Yep, absolutely. But like I don't want to like shy away from things that are important to me. I will to some degree if it's like to not make people uncomfortable and stuff. But when I feel very passionately about something like I do about Star Trek especially, Star Wars as well, but Star Trek especially, I will rant about that stuff. Don't get down about this game. Oh, thank you. Thank you guys. But yeah. So yeah, you got me. So wait, we're running out of food? How are we running out of food? That's weird. Oh, very interesting. Well, I still have quite a bit of it, so we'll see how it goes. Came for Oxygen State for culture. But yeah, if there is a single takeaway from all of my ranting today, it is please watch The Orville. like on whatever platform you can get it on, please watch The Orville. It's it's the closest thing we've gotten to Star Trek since Voyager. I'd say since Voyager. Thank you guys so much. Um, I would say that Orville is probably more Star Trek than even Enterprise. Simply because it's so for people who don't really know much about Star Trek, I should explain a few things. Uh, Probably the core aspect of Star Trek is optimism. It is. Yes, go ahead, Mina. Go ahead, Mina. Let me just finish this thought about Star Trek. The core thing about Star Trek is optimism. It is it is a show about humanity having culturally uh, evolved past like wars and stupid squabbles and even the need for money and stuff like that. Now this part, the money part, I know is contentious. I have my own issues with it. I'm not 100% on board with it, but it does serve as an important element that basically they've removed one of the core things that causes conflicts in the world today. Basically, in the world of Star Trek, humanity has abundant due to their technological advances. They have everyone gets everything they need. Basically, it's kind of a utopia, but like an actually kind of feasible one. So you don't need money, you don't need stuff like that. You're taken care of, and you are free and you are free um, to do the things that you want to do, the things that you're passionate about. And it's about exploring new places and new cultures through the lens of a more evolved humanity, through the lens of a more optimistic, positive, and less less selfish and less conflict prone uh, human civilization. And the thing is, the thing that the Orville has and stuff like Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Picard don't is that optimism. Star Trek Discovery is a bleak show. Everyone has this lengthy, tragic backstory of how they were enslaved or like their parents died in front of them or whatever. Everyone has a tragic backstory. Everyone is like hurting and everyone is selfish and you gotta take care of number one and stuff like that that completely flies in the face of everything that Star Trek ever stood for. Whereas the Orville is just that. It is optimistic. It once again puts humanity in that spot where we have evolved past these things. And we can look outward and we can go out and explore and become artists and writers and stuff like that. Sounds like the show. Can I make you king of space? I mean, technically, I am. I already am king of space. I am Ray Helix. You know, Ray means king. So, sure, of course, absolutely. You can make me king of space if you want me. No, thank you. Or if it was on Disney Plus, excellent. Please give it a shot. Like I don't know if it'll be your kind of show. It can be. It can the humor in it can get in the way of the storytelling a little bit. And that was something that the marketing really dropped the ball on because they marketed it. They basically marketed it as a parody of Star Trek. Um, they marketed it as a parody of Star Trek and as a comedy, which it's not. Like, it is comedic. It does have a lot of comedy in it. It has a lot more comedy than Star Trek ever has. But that's not the point, and it is absolutely not a parody. It's the exact opposite of a parody. It's a celebration of everything that Star Trek has ever been. It's a love letter to Star Trek. Yeah, homage. Yeah, it's a good way to say it. I think of it as a love letter personally, because it's every frame of that show is just dripping with love and adoration for Star Trek. Even though it is very comedic and stuff, the comedy is never, it's never at the show's expense. It is never at the show's premise's expense. It's at the character's expense, and that's fine. For Space Emperor. Oh geez. Oh geez. Are we getting Wrestle Hammer 40K? But yeah, I can totally get not enjoying the Orville. If you don't enjoy, that's perfectly fine. Just because of the comedy and honestly because Seth MacFarlane's acting is not great. He's not a great actor, so that can take away from the show, because sometimes he has to act like these really dramatic and important scenes. And I mean, he's not awful. He's not terrible, but he's not that good, and that can take away from it a little bit. Still, it has that TOS, that original series camp to it, kind of, but a bit like modernized. So it's really good. I really like it. I definitely need to catch up to it. I've neglected watching it for like a couple of years now. I really hope it's not canceled or anything. I haven't been keeping up. Wrestle, yeah, Hammer Time. Oh, what am I even doing here? Yeah. Sorry, I went on this tangent so hard that I just completely forgot what I was even doing in this game. Just heard something about a third season. Huh. Third season should have been. Wait, give me a second. Let me check this out just real quick. Man, I really hope it's not canceled. Have a nice lurk, Mina. Thank you so much for being here. I love you too, Mina. Let me just take a real quick look. 2 seasons, really? Season 1 was generally... Oh, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? Huh. That's really confusing. So, season 1 was in 2017, and season 2 was the year after, 2018. But apparently they're making a new season, the third season is coming out now? 4 years? 4 years after season 2? That's really weird, especially because from what I quickly skimmed over on the wiki, it says that season 2 was actually the highest rated the highest rated show on the network or something like that. It was like really highly rated. Oh yeah, but that was 2018. Like the third season would have come out in 2019. That was before the pandemic. So it's really, really strange that it's taken so long for season 3. But still, if they're making a season 3, that I am very happy. I will be very happy to see a season 3 of the show. Orville New Horizons. New Horizons. Wait, did they make a movie? Is that a movie? I hadn't heard of that. Okay, I think we're pretty much done down here. Let's just finish these things up, and then we can go up here and try to tap into. Yeah, I think we can use the salt slush for our oxygen. Oh, it's the name of the third season. Wait, is it out? I don't think it's out yet. Third season is due to be released on Hulu on March 10th. Yeah, okay, yeah, makes sense. Very, very strange. Very strange. Yeah, it's very soon. It's very soon. Oh man, I'm really excited for this. I should I should probably rewatch it, or like at least see if I finished season 2, because I'm not sure I did finish season 2. I remember some stuff happened back then that kind of derailed everything I was doing, and maybe I never actually caught up. Like maybe I never finished season 2. I'll need to look into that. Yeah, okay, so this place is filled with slime, with slime lung, but since it's just oxygen, it's in oxygen, it will die off eventually. We just need to get rid of these little pockets here. I know, both of me to assume that anyone cares about the game at this point. But if we can clear out these little pockets over here. Can you just move up a little bit? Just one tile up. Just go one tile up. If you go one tile up, the... Actually, no, one tile will not be enough. Okay. No, actually. Let's put it here. On our deodorizer here. And I think that should clear out all of the polluted oxygen in the area. Oh, is it? I'm not sure it's heavier than clean oxygen, really. From, yeah, see, it's all, most of it is hanging out above. I think it's a little bit lighter, but they're basically the same weight. But they seem to be hanging out on top more than on the bottom. Whereas, you know, obviously, this is just for everyone who doesn't have experience with the game. Carbon dioxide is obviously a lot heavier than oxygen, so see here is all the black carbon dioxide on the bottom, and like here. Yeah, but that's no, that's not because it's heavier. That's because the polluted water is off-gassing. See the bubbles? The polluted water is off-gassing. It's producing polluted oxygen, and the polluted oxygen is over here, and then it gets cleaned up. So there's just a constant stream of polluted oxygen coming up from the water. That's why it's all bunched up here. The way the fluid mechanics work in the game, fluids meaning gases and actual fluids like and liquids, is that the heavier elements go down and to the right. It's a little bit weird, but as you can see here, this carbon dioxide is here to the right. It's not over here. If you leave it alone for like a lot of cycles, it will eventually settle to the bottom first and then to the right a little bit. Okay, this area is almost clean now. This is clean. Yeah, we're doing quite well here. What are temperatures? So what do you guys need? You guys need oxygen, polluted oxygen, carbon dioxide, polluted water, or water. That's fine. And you just need body temperature. Yeah, I think we can probably bust in here as well. We probably should have done that already, to be honest. But let's see. Let's put an airflow tiles here. Be very careful not to disturb the thimble reeds. We really want them to keep producing for as long as possible. And actually the stuff that I built here really shouldn't have built that. I guess we can leave this. We don't really need to dig it up. Okay. Yeah, that goal I mentioned at the beginning of the stream of setting up oxygen production, yeah, that's not happening. That is definitely not happening. This stream has been very little game and very and a lot of ranting. And I'm actually thinking of ending the stream soon. But for now, let's just try to dig this up at least, and maybe get up here to the salt slush geyser and try to like make a little pool for it, maybe here, or how should I go about this? I should probably come in through here, make a little pool down here, and then continue digging all the way to the geyser. That's probably the best idea. Can I just continue this? I can kind of continue this. Let me build some tiles here. Yeah, I think this is good. Let's harvest these as well. There we go. Let's speed things up a little bit. I should be playing on max speed more often. I'm still a little bit confused why, like these areas where the teleporters are, they always have a little pool of crude oil in them, and I don't know why. I don't know if I'm supposed to be using this for something. I'm not sure what I can even use so little oil for. Maybe it's a hint that this area that going through a teleporter will give me new resources, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure what the concept is here. Oh wait, this needs why was that there? Not sure what that was doing there. Anyway. Still not sure if I want to get this this duplicant. I'm not actually sure we'll be even using husbandry, to be honest. I don't think we will use coal as our renewable food, fuel source. Yeah, no. We're not gonna get it. We're not getting this. We don't need hatchlings either. We have quite a few of them on the map. Let's get some rust. Not that we'll probably need the rust, but you know, whatever. Might as well get it. Hello, Ergo. Welcome. Welcome. I'm so glad to see you. I saw that you were doing a karaoke stream yesterday, I think, but I missed it. I'm really sorry I missed it. I really wanted to hear it. Let me give you a quick shout out. How did the karaoke go? Yeah, but still, you know, it went well. Nice. I'm very happy to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. Karaoke streams are always really fun. What did you sing? Were there any songs you were particularly you particularly enjoyed singing? Okay, these guys are prioritizing. Yeah, of course they're prioritizing this. It's a lot closer to their bedrooms. Enjoyed all of them. Nice. That's very nice. I mean, yeah, obviously you probably picked songs that you enjoy singing, so it makes sense. Sorry, I am a little low energy today. Well, I was low energy at the beginning, and now I'm low energy again. But in the middle of the stream, I spent a lot of time ranting about Star Trek and Star Wars, and that kind of got my energy up, just because I care about those topics a lot. but now that the topics are pretty much exhausted for the moment, I remembered how low energy I am. Let's see, more research. What should we research? What do we need? I don't think we actually need anything right now, but we should be researching for future stuff that we will need. Oxygen mask checkpoint, that's not a bad one. Automate, yeah, let's go with automation. We should probably get these automation stuff, automation things out of the way. Let's finish this area first. Oh, is that another vacillator? Holy crap. 3 vacillators. Nice. Oh, let's keep stacking stuff on on Dr. Sushalina. Strength plus 10, let's go. The beefsteak trait. Oh god. What's her strength now? 11? Oh, I mean, considering it was 1 before, I guess 11 is pretty good, really. The max is... Normally the max is 20. But if you have a trait... If the duplicate has a trait that increases it additionally, it can go above 20. So Dr. Sushalina's maximum is now 30 strength, which is a lot. At least I think the beefsteak trait goes beyond the maximum. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it does. I think all traits that modify stuff like that are not constrained by the 20 maximum. Especially because there are negative traits that lower a stat by 3, and that actually legitimately makes it so your that dupe's maximum is 17. They can never go beyond 17. Let's dig this stuff out. Want to keep things as clean as we can, so that we can more effectively filter the polluted oxygen over here. Research complete. Nice. The first automation things are done. And actually I should probably clean these out as well, replace them with airflow tiles. The only tiles that I can't get rid of here are... can I deconstruct this? Oh nice, I can. The only tiles I can't get rid of here are these, the ones that the thimble reed is growing on top of. Because obviously if I destroy these, the thimble reed will be destroyed as well, and we want to keep it growing wild for as long as we can. because we will be needing these for exosuits. Ooh, cool steam vent. That's not great. I mean, I know it says cool, but it also says steam. So cool steam is 110 degrees, which isn't that much by the standards of the game. There are literally things that are 3,000 degrees, but yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. We really need to get in here and close it off. Like, build up around it like this. Mostly because the steam is too cold to be used as rocket fuel, because you can use steam as rocket fuel, but it's too cold. If you try to transport the steam to the rocket, it will, on the way, it will go below the vaporization point, and it will just break all your pipes and leak out. And it's also very little in quantity, which means it's not really worth it to tap into one of these as a water source. So honestly, the best thing I can do is just plug it up and forget about it. But in order to do that, we need to actually get down here, and this area is very, very hot. So we will probably need some exosuits before we can actually get down here. That'll probably be the first thing we do with the exosuits. I'll probably set up like a temporary exosuit station here and like dig down here like so, or something like that. That sounds like something we should definitely do next session. Next session? Next stream. Oh, brain no work good. And working worse by the minute. Could use it for part of a heat dump / steam generator combo. Yeah, that's true. That's true, I could. I've never really tapped into one of these for either of those, really, but that is actually a pretty good idea. I definitely think that the first thing we should do with it is to plug it up before it heats everything around it way too much. But yeah, later on we can definitely include it into a heat dump with some steam generators, some steam turbines on top. I do 0.2 cells. I mean, did I? All I've done this stream game wise is just dig out this area. That's literally it. I've spent 3 hours on digging up this area, and that's all I've done. So I'm not sure. I appreciate that, but I'm not sure I really did a very good job with the 0.2 brain cells. Oh, looks like we can actually we can probably go through here now. That will save us some travel time. There's interference. Fair enough, fair enough. There was some salt in the way. But yeah, now this area will actually kind of interference. Yeah, this area will now kind of sort of work as a slight boost to our oxygen. It will kind of be an oxygen generator. Just because the polluted water will be off-gassing, and some of the slime that's over here and everywhere will continue off-gassing, and we'll continue cleaning it up. So we'll basically just be getting some free oxygen from here. Probably not enough to sustain us, but it will be very welcome, I think. Research complete. We're done with these. Wait. Oh, Star map location sensor. Nice. I didn't know they added this. That's huh. I can imagine some pretty cool automation uses for this. New printables. Let's see. Strength and medicine. No, thank you. Medicine, excavation, cuisine. No, no, thank you. Ooh, pipsqueak. Yeah. Yeah, let's get a pipsqueak. It'll probably wander off and it'll eventually grow up and start planting seeds in locations where they shouldn't be, but it's cute. It's cute, and it gives positive decor. Let me just find the decor. There it is. Wait, doesn't it give a positive decor? Yeah, it does. Plus 10. No, 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 Foxy, no. Thank you, but no. Oh, we haven't rummaged through these lockers. I didn't even notice them. Let's get rid of those. Yeah, yeah, the pipsqueaks are really cute. Oh, oh, it meows as well. It's so cute. Come on, meow. Make a noise. Oh, it's still a baby. It'll grow up and start. What the pipsqueaks do, like their I guess unique mechanic, is that so. Let me take a step back again. It's you know how these plants, for example, these thimbleweeds, why I really insist on keeping them alive, is because they're currently growing wild, and when they're growing wild, they grow slowly, but they don't require any additional resources from us in order to continue growing. Whereas if we take one of these thimbleweeds and plant it in one of the farm tiles, for example, it will be domesticated, and that will mean that it will require polluted water. It will require 160 kilos of polluted water per cycle, which is quite a bit of polluted water. And what the pip can do is it can take seeds, like for example, here we have a blossom seed. Here no, that's muck roots. Whatever. Like for example, okay, this mealwood seed, it can take this mealwood seed and it can plant it somewhere and it will be considered wild growth. So again, it'll grow slowly, but it will grow continually without requiring additional resources from us. So they can be pretty useful. There are even ways where you can establish entire gigantic passive farms using pips, and those can be very very handy. Okay, this area seems to be done now. Let me just remove this. And I want to place some deodorizers here, here, and here. Simply because there's slime here, and it will continue off-gassing, and it'll off-gas polluted oxygen with germs in it. And we don't want that. We want all of the slime here to be covered by a deodorizer, which actually means we should probably place one here as well. So let's finish that up. What do we have here? We have a cool vest, a warm sweater, and a snazzy suit. Well, let's give the snazzy suit to Cam, because Cam is a very snazzy dresser. But I don't think we need the cool vest or the warm sweater. We're really not dealing with those kinds of temperatures. And honestly, at least in my experience, I've never really needed to use either of these. I'm sure they're useful in certain circumstances, but I've never really felt the need to use them. Oh, and we should dig this up as well. Okay. Wait, databanks? You found databanks? Well, that's cool. I wasn't expecting to find databanks. Basically, they are like mid-game research, I guess. They're used for mid-game research. I'm gonna have to go for today. Thanks for the stream. We'll be on the lookout. Thank you so much for coming, Moni. It was so much fun having you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening or whatever time zone it is for you. But thank you so much for coming. Also, that emote is absolutely adorable. We'll be ending really soon anyway, so so you basically stuck through the whole thing. I really appreciate that, Moni. Okay. I'll just let our researcher continue researching something. Don't know what will really be. Yeah, I think some oxygen mask will probably be good. Yeah, carbon dioxide engine will also be good. Okay. Are those things creating CO2? See a word color in the air. Which things? Which things are you referring to? Find any key? I should probably stop calling you find any key. Is key okay? High-tech rooms. No, they're not. They're not producing CO2. The thing is, oh, we had a cave in here, I guess. The thing is that since carbon dioxide is heavier, it just accumulates down here. Key's fine or any or fine or F or KU. I'll stick to key. But no, nothing here is generating CO2. Let's keep digging up here, and I think, yeah, I think after we plug this up, I will end there. Since we're done here, it's all very clean now. Oh, yeah, it's very clean now. Oh, that is a lot cleaner than I was expecting. There's barely any slime lung over here. Nice. Yeah, like 0 polluted oxygen. Excellent, excellent. Well, I guess it wasn't a complete waste. I guess it wasn't a complete waste of time. me just do this research as well. I think we'll go a little bit higher here, like maybe up here or something, so we can actually be above the geysers when we break into the ice biome. So we then don't get all of the ice just flooding back into our base. Yeah, let's go with that. And then we would just walk up. I think that's good. This little thing, the spindly grapefruit plant, is kind of an interesting mechanic in the expansion, because in this form it gives some food. It's worth some food, some calories. But if you have a Sweeto nearby tending to it, it becomes just a grapefruit plant. Like it kind of removes these little the stalk thing, and it allows the actual fruit to grow, and it becomes worth more calories. And the Sweetos also can tend, I think, pretty much any other plant, but let's see where that sand went. Yeah, there we go. And they can increase the growth speed of any other plant, but for the grapefruit plants specifically, they are extra effective, because they pretty much literally turn it into a different kind of plants. Okay, I think we can. Yeah, I think we can end here. Let's save. And let me just fix continuity, I guess. Thank you everyone so much for coming. Despite not feeling great today, I did end up having a lot of fun with the game. I was a little bit worried that Oxygen Not Included is a very complex game, and it requires a fair bit of thinking, and thinking is not my strong suit today. Oh, thank you so much, Shukard. Thank you for being here. So yeah, thank you everyone for coming. I had a blast. I managed to rant about stuff I care about, and you guys didn't think I'm a complete asshole. So that is a big win in my book. So let's see who is live right now. Who should we? Oh, yeah, we don't. Yep. I know who we're rating. I pretty much never get the chance to raid Kobu just because he streams much later than this. His streams usually start when I should already be in bed. So having the chance to raid him is quite a treat, especially when he's playing Hollow Knight. Like, for anyone new here, Hollow Knight is my favorite game ever. So I have been trying so hard to get literally everyone I know, all of my VTuber friends, to play Hollow Knight, and I've actually succeeded in getting a fair few of them to play it. And I don't know if I was the one to convince Kobu, but I like to think I was. Don't burst my bubble on that one. But yeah, really excited to see him play more Hollow Knight. And again, thank you everyone for coming. I had a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your days. Hi Cam, you're back just for the ending. And you're awesome. All of you are awesome. I love all of you. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a wonderful time with Kobo.